Hello everybody, my name is Moin Uddin and you are watching my daily vlog, Moin Uddin Show. So today what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna interview my friend Michael. So he has been supporting me since past 2 years and I'm really grateful towards him. So in this episode what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna ask about him and why he is supporting to Terse School and why he chose Nepal. So I'm just going to call him.
Moin, how are you?
I'm good. Are you back to your home?
Y'all back at the home. Can you hear me better?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. How's everything going with you? How's life?
Life has been slow, but
Yeah.
it's going, you know. So, how has COVID-19 impacted on your daily life?
The daily life, so I'm currently in school right now, and so all of our classes, we no longer meet in person. We now meet through a video conferencing software called Zoom.
Yeah,
And so everything has gone virtual.
Mhm.
And so it's been really interesting. And I also do a little bit of work for the medical center here on campus,
Okay.
and that also is virtual. So everything is virtual. I can do it from my room. So it's definitely impacted it quite a lot. Less in-person interactions with people and more more interactions, over a virtual medium.
Can you tell us more about yourself?
Sure, yeah. So I was born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky. It's in the United States, and a lot of horses there, thoroughbreds, horse racing, all that good stuff. And so I graduated with a bachelor's degree in engineering a year and a half ago, and now I am studying, finishing up in the next couple weeks, studying. I'll have a master's in finance degree.
Wow.
And then in July, assuming nothing changes with the start date, I'll be working at a healthcare investment bank in North Carolina in the United States.
You are associated with Little Angels Bracelet. So can you tell like what is this?
Sure, yeah. So the first time we went to Nepal, we took a group. There were, 5 of us total, I guess 6 total of us. We all went to Nepal,
Yeah.
and we went to Team Nepal in Talamarang, and we were really inspired by the region. We loved hanging out with everybody at Terse Secondary School, where we met you,
Yes.
and then also up on the mountain at Team Nepal at the children's home, at the Little Angels Children's Home,
Yeah.
run by Neil. And so after we got there, we were talking with Neil about long-term needs of the children's home, the Terse School, and just the broader community, and we felt like we could fit in long-term. And so what we did is, after we got back to Kathmandu and before flying back to the United States, we purchased a lot of bracelets at a shop, and we took them back to the United States, and we've been selling them since then. And everybody here loves them. They think they're nice and stylish, and of course, all of the proceeds go back to Nepal, and they benefit programs such as the Career Exposure Trip, which you helped to lead. We also support the Terse School up on the top of the mountain, and then of course the children's home on the mountain. So yeah, it's been really cool seeing the impact that it's had, and yeah, we've loved getting to grow up with the Talamarang community.
So can you tell more about the team members? Like what do they? So what are their backgrounds and why are they in these Little Angel Bracelets?
Sure. Yeah. So we've got quite the team. The initial team that went out to Nepal was Lauren and Emma Guilfoyle. They are University of Kentucky graduates. I met them in college. One is in nursing and the other is in engineering. Logan Hill was also on that initial trip. He is going to be a physical therapist. He's starting school at the University of Kentucky for physical therapy school in the fall. And then my brother was also on the initial trip, and he got his bachelor's degree in business administration, and now he's working at a bank.
So are you planning to support? Like you are helping us in Terse and in Sindhupalchowk. So are you planning to go to different other country and help?
we would love to expand our efforts past Terse, past Talamarang. And who knows what that looks like. I know you have been interested in helping other students in rural Nepal, so we'd love to see what that looks like, and so we would definitely love to help as many people as possible, and if that means expanding beyond the Talamarang community, I think that would be amazing, and just the more people that we can help out, the better. It's been really fun, and we look forward to continuing for sure.
Wow. So Michael, what do you want to do in your life? What is your dream?
What is my dream? Oh gosh, what a great question. I'd say my dream would just be to spread love around the world as best that I can and as much as I can. And who knows what that looks like. That's pretty general, but I'd say that's the overarching goal. I think life can take. It's hard to predict what you actually want to do in life. My interests are always changing, but I think as an overarching goal, I just want to spread love as far as possible.
So, what keeps you awake at night?
What keeps me awake at night? Oh, that's a great question. I'd say what keeps me up at night are challenges that I haven't yet solved. So if I'm in the middle of a project, say updating a website or building a model in Excel or something, and I haven't finished it yet, and there's some work to do, those kind of things definitely keep me up at night. And but yeah, as far as greater, I'd say those are the main things that kind of keep me up at night. Just any project that's been unfinished.
So what keeps you motivated, to continue what you're doing? What keeps you really motivated?
I'm motivated by watching people like you succeed and do great things in life.
Thank you.
I'm very optimistic about people in general. I think people are inclined to, if given the choice to do good or evil, I think people will do good. And so that's what keeps me motivated, is just, watching people like you do really great things in the world, and I just think it's amazing. And so just seeing the greater good in the world, seeing people do good things for each other and loving each other, that's what keeps me going.
What makes you really sad?
Ooh, what makes me sad? Death makes me sad. So I've lost some, like my papa, when he died, I was really sad. I've lost a cousin. I've lost friends, and so death definitely makes me sad, and makes me contemplate what I'm doing with my life, and how to better it, to make my life better, to where I can do more good in the world. And so death makes me sad for sure.
That's sad. So
Yeah.
and what really makes you really happy from your bottom of the heart?
What makes me happy is just hanging out with friends and having good conversations. Sitting down with a good friend or two and just having a good conversation with them. Talking about life and their motivations and why they do what they do. That's what makes me happy. Being around people.
You are busy with so much of things, like you are going to school and all, and you're doing some projects from your home. So can you tell us your normal day routine? Like what do you do? At what time do you wake up?
Sure. Yeah. So I wake up at 4:40 a.m. Roll out of bed, and usually I post a question to my Instagram. I call it the early bird question of the day. And so post that question. Usually it's a little brain teaser to get people thinking. And then after that, I usually read the news for an hour and a half, 2 hours. New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg. I try to check the Nepali news too. I think it's the Himalayan Times, I believe is what it's called.
Yes.
And then also I've done some work in Rwanda too, so I check the news from Rwanda. And then after that, maybe we a class or two, the virtual classes. So we'll meet with other students and the professor, and we'll get a lesson. And then do homework and read, and then I try to take time out of my day to pray every day. So spend time in prayer, and then just fill my day with as much as I can, and then usually try to get to bed maybe around 10:30, 11:30.
Okay. So I think we have similar habits, similar routine.
Definitely.
Yeah. Can you tell us like 3 words that describe you the best?
Oh, geez, that's a tough question. 3 words that describe me the best. Happy. We'll go with happy. Adventurous.
Okay. And one more.
Happy, adventurous, and loving. I hope the last one's correct. I try to love on as many people as possible. But
Yeah, you
so
love
happy, adventurous, and loving.
Yeah, you love everyone, and I have seen you, and I really feel happy to see you loving everybody.
I combine everything, and the reason I'm with you is because the sense of adventure too. So maybe it all ties together.
What are your success habits? What do you do like regularly, which makes you succeed in doing what you want?
Great question. The number one thing that's helped me get more done and succeed in what I'm doing every day is definitely waking up early. And so I'm somebody where, by the end of the day, my brain capacity kind of starts slipping a little bit. So waking up early definitely helps me to stay focused, usually from, 4:40 to 7, not as many people are awake. You're not getting text, phone calls as much. And so that's really time where I can sit down, digest the news, catch up on anything I need to catch up with before the world starts, crashing down on top of me. So I'd say waking up is the number one habit that's helps me to succeed in life.
Well, I watched a video on YouTube, and then it was that like successful people usually wake up around 4 a.m.
Really? Well, maybe I need to start waking up a little earlier. I'm 40 minutes behind. What time do you wake up? I know you wake up pretty early too, don't you?
Yeah, I do wake up at the same time, around 4:30.
Yeah, nice. There it is. I like that.
Thank you, Michael. So, how do you keep yourself active when you are bored? Do you get bored?
I get bored very quickly, so I keep myself active by doing exercise, reading the news, starting new projects. For example, I just today and yesterday I got pretty bored, because there's less to do in all the coronaviruses around the world. So I built a coronavirus testing tracker in the United States in Excel that automatically refreshes when you click a button. So that's what I do when I get bored. Is I just start new projects or get some exercise or read the news or something like that.
So how do you see the collaboration between you and me and Neil? So how do you see the collaboration of ours?
Oh, I see it as a very successful collaboration. You and Neil both have a lot of similar habits. You both, work very hard and are very motivated to help others. And so I respect that in both of you. And so I see the collaboration, continuing for sure. Especially we're always going to be in Talamarang area, and then I think with your help, we're going to be able to expand beyond Talamarang and work in other areas of Nepal that could use help. Serving kids or students who might not have otherwise had the opportunities, and so maybe maybe you go out there and you profile some of these students who are very, have the potential to be very successful, but would otherwise have not been found. Would it not be for your camera, or your video skills, or putting together a profile of the kid? So I think it's definitely going to expand beyond Talamarang, and I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I really want to do that thing, like going around Nepal or say around the world, and then help those kids. So my time is almost over here in Talamarang, and then I'm just worried like where will I go and with whose help or with whom I will continue my walk. So I'm just worried regarding that these days.
No, totally. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, with the pandemic going on. It's tough to predict what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone in a couple months from now. So I totally understand that it's it's hard to predict. It's frustrating, and everybody's sitting around. But it'll blow over one of these days, and everything hopefully will return to normal, and we'll be able to get back to work.
Yeah. So Michael, what are your future plans? What?
Short term, so I'm not huge on making big old predictions on where my life is going to be, but short term I'll be in North Carolina working at that healthcare investment bank.
Wow.
And then who knows, that could continue for many years.
Okay.
Maybe I transition somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure what my future holds, but it'll definitely hold adventure, and that's a part of me that's never going to leave. And so it'll definitely involve Nepal. Whatever my future is, it'll be somewhere. I'll definitely be in and out of Nepal, whether or not be short term or long term. Who knows? But my future involves Nepal is the bottom line.
Yeah, and I would really love to be with you, and then to do some great walks. So I'm looking forward to walking with you again.
Yeah, for sure, me too. And I hope I'm not super optimistic about it anymore. I've got a trip planned to come in May of this year, but I think with the coronavirus pandemic, it might get canceled. So we'll have to stay tuned on that.
Yeah. So at last, what do you want to say to anyone who is listening to this interview?
For anybody who's listening to this, I just stress the importance of just how cool a country Nepal is. I mean, this is one of the coolest places. It is the coolest place. It's like a second home to me. And so I just want to stress the importance of understanding the culture there and trying to get out there and see it for yourself. If you're in Nepal already, have great pride in your country. You've got a phenomenal country. If you're outside of Nepal, try to make the effort to get to Nepal. It's quite a beautiful place, and the people in it are just phenomenal. And so, and then of course you've got the Himalayas. You can't beat the Himalayas. So I just stress the importance of Nepal in the greater scheme of the world.
Thank you so much, Michael, for your time.
Of course.
So what time is it right now over there?
It's 10:20.
I think it's time for you to go to bed.
It is. I know. I'm stretching the bedtime, but it's good for me. I've been happy to talk with you, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you as well.
Okay, Michael. Thank you so much. See you.
You're so welcome, Moin.
Bye.
All right. You have a nice day.
You too.